But at one point we were passed by a Spanish galleon on the highway. And on that note, we'd like to welcome Mercury Marine as an official sponsor.
That's a good call.
The official outboard. So the Hellcat being pushed back off the starting line. Hopefully nothing too catastrophic happened with that thing. In terms of
catastrophic, I see what you did there.
Hashtag pro announcer. So the one kind of telltale that's a good piece of news is the fact that the thing freely rolls backwards, as you've seen a million times. When somebody frags a ring gear in a car like that, normally it'll start rolling and then it just binds up completely. Yeah. So hopefully it's just a U-joint and they can get things squared away.
As a reminder to the few of you in Street Machine Eliminator who did run yesterday, those do not count. You will be racing on a 4-day average, assuming that we get the next 3 days in, rather than a 5. So what went down yesterday, consider it a test and tune.
To say hello to our mutual pal, Kyle Cunningham, over at Don Schumacher Racing, one of the dudes over there that we both know. He's tuned in watching Drag Week. That's one of the neat things. So when we get to Maple Grove this weekend,
when you get to Maple Grove this weekend, along with the whole rest of the NHRA.
But it's cool because a lot of the crew guys and stuff will be actively, like, pretty much everybody over there follows Drag Week. And that's one of the other things that I think has been neat over the last couple of years, whether it's stuff we've done here or stuff you've been hanging out at the races. And it's like this little, like, bit of people starting to dawn on people that people that like drag racing like all different types of drag racing. Yeah. You don't have to like one flipping part of the sport. And the people that work on those crews, the guys that race the cars, that work on the cars, love this stuff as much as we do, so it's cool.
That is really super cool. And, of course, we've got some NHRA stars here. We have both Richie Crampton and Johnny Lindbergh, and Larry Dixon has participated in the past, and a lot of crew guys as well, not just named drivers. And, I've really gotten reinvested in NHRA myself over the past, specifically over the past year, I would say. I grew up with it. I was that guy who would show up at OCIR or Pomona for an NHRA race and just absolutely run for the fence and glue myself there all day as the nitro cars were running. But as I was getting busier and busier in my professional life, like doing videos, editing magazines and things, I sort of stopped going. But now I'm totally into it. And, Brian, you're a big part of the reason for that, as is all of, like, the fresh faces that are racing there. There's some real personalities, and I think they would do well to actually bring those forward. One of the things I said to you is I wish the names were on the car bigger. Some of the sponsors changed so much. I'm actually following the driver, and I would like to see his name bigger on the car.
Couple of racers in need here. We have a left rear axle, 31 spline rear axle for a Ford 9-inch for a third-gen Camaro. That's Jason Moore. It's an 88 Camaro, black with a red hood. So if anybody, either in the pits or anybody in the grandstands or in the live stream, knows where somebody could hunt down a 31 spline Ford 9-inch axle for a third-gen Camaro, Jason Moore needs one. Also, we need a rectangle port intake gasket for a big block Chevy. There's a red C4 Corvette pitted mid-track on the right side that is looking for intake gaskets, rectangle port, big block Chevy head.
RTV is your buddy.
So Clark Strong and John Martin picking it right up where we left off here. Martin in the Trailblazer SS and Strong in the Roadrunner. Was your Super B that you've owned for your entire life as we watch Strong go down the racetrack here. Strong goes 10.75, 9.124. The Trailblazer goes 13.55, 5 at 100. Was the Super B a crime of opportunity, or were you seeking a Super B when you bought that thing as a kid?